Well, they finally, after 3 defeats, a bit light at the end of the tunnel against PSV. I thought they did okay.
Yeah, they did alright. Usually Newcastle really go 2-0 up and then throw it away. Talking to Sir Bobby Robson last night, and even the way he is at the moment, I think he come out and admitted, he doesn't. It's not looking good, but he could still call a game, and he still had 5 minutes to stop and talk to us, which I thought was unbelievable. Puts the hairs up on the back of my neck, to be honest. But could still call a game, and he was saying, that's Newcastle, go 2-0 up, but he was saying he was impressed what he saw against a good technical team, and he still hasn't lost his sense of humour. Said he was impressed with the Spider-Man, and and wished Kevin all the best for and picked out like Habib Bey and Danny Guthrie as good potential players for the new season. So fantastic response really. I mean, great to see him at the game as well against his 2 old clubs. So,
yeah,
top man.
Yeah, I mean it's when we used to say him, I can only give you 5 minutes. Then about 4 hours later, you're trying to edge out the door, because once he starts talking about football, I mean, me and Bobby fell out mainly over Titus many times, but he's still the greatest guy I've ever met in football. And speaking of great guys, I'm looking at the back of the Chronicle. Taylor Pride at wearing armband. I mean, he's a great lad, Tails. I know I've said this before on here, and I couldn't help chuckling. When he scored that goal last night after 2 minutes, and he went hurtling towards the fans with his arms, and he looked up and there wasn't any fans there. The old Forrest Gump made a bit of a fool of himself.
Yeah, I mean, it was good that Newcastle got in that lead, and as I say, it's just typical of what we've seen in recent years, that they let it just go away so quickly, and possibly could have got beat, not being for sure, but good to see young Ryan Donaldson come on again, and Newcastle fans got something to bite on there, local lad coming through. I mean, it'd be great if he can take advantage of all these strikers who are. I know they're probably going to be back for Man United, but he'd be delighted if he could get a place on the bench at Old Trafford.
Just speaking of Tails, I think Tails, we're talking about how Newcastle are cutting costs. He was standing there clutching this big Man of the Match award, and I asked him, well, where's the armband? Have you got that? Because he was captain for the last 14 minutes, and he was on cloud 9. I says, where's the armband? And he says, we've only got one. I had to return it to the kit man after the game. So times are really hard at Newcastle. So we talked to Kasapa last night. He came with such a great reputation. I remember when Sam said, don't underestimate this man. There's times when he looks a really good centre half, as someone who's played in 5 Champions League campaigns with Leon. Does he think he's got a chance of playing this season?
Well, he was optimistic about it. I mean, he was talking about Man United away, so I mean that's good. I mean, he's obviously, his English is great. I mean, it's obviously better than my Spanish.
Well, he seems to be well quoted here.
I mean, it's not as great as he would probably like it to be, and some of the other lads. But I know you've spoken to Kasapa a few times yourself and got a few backpage leads out. Right. So
there was nothing wrong with your Spanish in Mallorca last week.
Yeah, well, maybe. But no, I mean, like to see more from him. As it stands, I think that Newcastle are desperate for a centre half, and we hope that something happens. I don't know if Kasapa is the answer, but it certainly won't be through the one to try. And judging from, I mean, to be fair, I think I read about Enrique coming back slimline for the new season. Well, Kasapa must be up there as well, because I think he's lost a hell of a lot of weight.
Right.
He was very lean and muscly over in Mallorca. And I think he's up for this new season, and probably, if like any other footballer, he's probably got a point to prove from last year. We all remember when he got hauled off against Portsmouth, whether he was injured or what, out of sorts, I don't know. He just looked like he'd been hit by a lorry, when he got taken off. But in that particular game, but hopefully he can win the fans over.
Well, we'll keep edging towards Old Trafford, which you mentioned there. I mean, I was saying yesterday, the best news about that game at the moment is that Wayne Rooney and Cristiano Ronaldo aren't playing for Manchester United. But there was plenty of pluses for Kevin last night against the Dutch, and with Rooney and Ronaldo missing, I'm even stand. I think there's maybe Newcastle can win in Old Trafford.
Definitely go mad then.
Do you want to end on that rather optimistic note?